wonderful people, it's your girl again, Chef Ochi. Welcome to Ochi Sports YouTube channel, where we do the usual, give you amazing super duper yummy recipes. Before we begin today's cooking, I'd like to appreciate every one of you who have taken out time to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for referring your friends and family. I really appreciate it. For those of you who have not subscribed yet, please do well to click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification. You don't want to miss out when we drop our amazing super duper recipes. Today we're going to be making groundnut soup. Chef Ochi is from Ehuru, West Local Government Area of Edo State. Yes, and as an Aochi girl, our main meal, our home meal is groundnut soup, which we call omisaewe. Yes, omisaewe, that's groundnut soup. Now, groundnut soup is packed with amazing nutrients. I need you to understand that you shouldn't just eat for the fun of it. Groundnut soup is packed with amazing nutrients. It's a very rich source of protein. It's a very rich source of heart-healthy fats. You know, it also has amazing minerals packed in it, like phosphorus, like sodium, like zinc. Now, one thing we're not supposed to know, you see, groundnut soup is very good for men. See, ladies, sit back and listen very well. Men, you better go and try and practice this recipe on your own. Or show this video to babe, show this video to Boo Boo, tell her to cook this soup for you. You know why? Because groundnut soup, they make that thing, they gidigba. You know that thing? They make them be alright, you know? And that's because groundnut soup helps to improve the quality of sperm. It also helps to boost the sperm mobility. It will help the sperm make the thing travel fast, make it quick, they walk out quick, go meet. You know, so let us leave that up for another time. So yes, we're going to be making groundnut soup today. Groundnut soup is made with roasted peanuts. If you cannot find roasted peanuts, you can use peanut butter, but well, roasted peanuts is made. Roasted peanuts and a blend of other spices. You definitely love this. Let's start cooking. For our recipe today, we're going to be making use of palm oil. Groundnut soup doesn't need so much oil. Groundnut has oil. We're going to be using Scotch bonnet pepper. For those of you who follow my channel, you'd notice that I really like spicy food. We're going to be making use of Uziza seeds. This is Uziza seeds. We're going to be making use of Calabash nutmeg called Ehuru. We're going to be making use of shine. This is called shine. Honestly, I do not know what it's called in English or what any other tribe call it, but I only know it as shine. You could ask women who sell spices at the market. They'll know what this is. We're going to be making use of some stockfish, salt, stock cubes, dry fish, kika, Uziza leaves, our groundnuts, some Pomo, some dried prawns, Ehuru, which is scent leaves, and then goat meat and beef. I already seasoned my goat meat for about an hour and put it in the freezer to allow the flavor seep into the meat. So in a clean pot, I'm going to be placing my goat meat. Goat meat takes a longer time to cook than beef. Nonetheless, I'm going to be putting them in at the same time. I seasoned my meat with stock cubes, onion, salt, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit of garlic. When it's time to make the soup, I'm going to be sieving the stock so that we don't have all the ginger particles in the soup. So, but for now, we can see that our beef is already bringing out its own juice just the way I like it. So I'm just going to quickly add a little bit of water and cover and allow our meat to cook until it is properly cooked. Our meat is almost halfway cooked, if not halfway cooked already. Let's check. Okay, our meat is almost cooked, not completely cooked yet. So now we'll be adding here, we have the stockfish, the pala fish, and the shrimps already washed. So we'll be adding them into the mix. And we'll cover it and allow to cook until the meat gets ready. So our beef is well cooked now. Before I continue with the soup, I'm going to sieve our meat stock because I grated the ginger and a little bit of garlic, and I wouldn't want the ginger particles all over the soup. So I'm going to sieve the meat stock. So I've sieved out our meat stock. You can actually skip this step if you did not grate ginger or garlic. If you just use stock cubes and salt, you can skip this step. So I'm going to be adding the meat stock that I've sieved and enough water that will be adequate to cook the soup. I'm cooking quite a large amount of groundnut, so I have this quantity of water. So now we're going to add palm oil. Not so much palm oil because this is like approximately 1 cooking spoon of palm oil. Not so much palm oil. Groundnut already has its own oil. And we'll be adding our pepper. So we'll cover and bring the contents of this pot to a boil before adding our groundnut. So now our water is boiling, as we can see. So I'm going to be adding the groundnuts. I blended the Uziza seed, the Ehuru, and the shine. So now I'm going to stir it in. Now you have to stir it in so you know if your soup needs more liquid. Groundnut soup is not supposed to be too thick. So you have to stir in. If your soup is too thick, you have to add more water. I'm going to be adding a little bit more water. So here I've stirred in our groundnut powder into the soup. Now remember that you can use peanut butter or osoji. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. If you are using that, it's already grounded into a paste, so you don't have to add too much water. If you are using that, this is the point where you're going to add your peanut butter into your soup. I'm adding my pomo at this time because I bought very soft pomo, and adding it into the soup at the time I added the beef would make the pomo shrink. So this is how, whenever I buy very soft pomo, this is the time where I choose to add it into the soup. So at this point you can correct seasoning and then leave the soup to boil for another 5 minutes before adding your vegetable. The vegetable is what you add last. So now we're going to add our vegetable. Ehuru and Uziza leaf already washed. So you can use washed bitter leaf. Our soup still feels a bit thick. Gradually stir in the vegetable. So at this point I'll just add, you can see my pot is already full. I'll just add a little bit of water and then allow the soup to simmer under low heat for another 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're ready. Our soup is ready. This is groundnut soup, which we call omisaigwe where I am from. Esako people, we call this omisaigwe, groundnut soup. And people say it's peanut soup. Okay, this soup is best eaten with pounded yam. In my place we eat this soup with pounded yam. Anything short of pounded yam, like I said last week with Ofe Nsala, is an insult to groundnut soup. You don't eat groundnut soup with eba, it has to be pounded yam. So our soup is ready. This is groundnut soup. Has goat meat, has pomo, dried prawns, and everything inside of it. And this is a customer's order ready for delivery. At Ochi Spot, we don't just teach you how to cook, we don't just show you recipes. We also make meals, soup bowls, stew bowls, jollof rice, whatever it is you want. You can actually place your order. We actually make food for delivery, and our meals are very affordable.